What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Dillian, the body snatcher Whyte. Dillian Whyte and Otto Wallin agreed to October 30th heavyweight clash in London. Dillian Whyte, who's made a career out of taking on tough opposition, has another formidable opponent lined up. The body snatcher and Otto Wallin have agreed to terms for an October 30th bout at the O2 in London, sources tell ESPN. Whyte is ESPN's number 6 heavyweight, owns victories over Joseph Parker, Alexander Povetkin, Oscar Rivas. The power-punching big man will look to add to that growing resume with a fight against Otto Wallin, a far tougher opponent than the other two names that were being considered for the assignment, which was Chris Arreola and Jermaine Franklin. The 30-year-old Swede gave heavyweight champion Tyson Fury all he could handle when they met in September of 2019. Wallin produced 2 gruesome cuts over Fury's right eye, and it appeared that the fight was on the brink of being stopped by the doctor before Fury rallied to pull out a victory on the scorecards. Besides the cuts, the southpaw brought the fight to Fury in an action scrap where Wallin won 9 total rounds despite being a massive underdog. Wallin, 22-1-14, proved the performance wasn't simply a fluke, scoring a stoppage over Travis Kaufman in his next bout, and following that up, he outpointed Dominique Brazil. Whyte is also no stranger to heavyweight slugfest. Of course, he knocked out Derek Chisora in the 11th round. He also was upset by Povetkin, then came back this year and knocked out Povetkin. And, of course, he went balls to wall with Anthony Joshua at the same arena, which was the O2, which they produced one hell of a fight. Now let me counterpunch. I feel that Otto Wallin is a decent opponent, okay? Now, is he better than Chris Arreola? I think maybe on paper, but I think the Chris Arreola that we saw was a new and improved Chris Arreola, was an Arreola that was experienced, that showed wisdom, that showed that, hey, I don't have to be a fat guy each and every fight. He came in controlled, he came in poised, he came in underweight, okay? He came in shape to the most degree, and he came to win. Now, who's to say they won't produce a good fight, because styles make fights. So if Otto Wallin and Chris Arreola, I don't know. I think they're pretty much neck and neck, okay, based on, Andrew Ruiz's latest opponent, and which was supposed to be a keep busy fight compared to what he's supposed to have done. But Dillian Whyte picking Otto Wallin, I think he's already came back. He only has 1 loss to Tyson Fury, and we all know what happened in that fight. I look forward to this fight because Dillian Whyte, it just increases his resume. He does have a name. He is one of the top heavyweights, or should I say at least the top 15, okay, in the heavyweight division. And I think that's a name worth mentioning, and it's an interesting matchup. Otto Wallin's really not a power puncher, but I think he holds his own. I think he has a lot of heart, durability, and speed, okay? Coming from the southpaw stance, I think, and I would say this is one fight you don't want to miss. Dillian Whyte, I'm glad that it wasn't Jermaine Franklin. It sucks for him, but it's good for the overall spectrum of boxing, okay? So at least we have a fresh fight between 2 fighters, just like Dillian Whyte and Povetkin. But Otto Wallin is a younger guy, so at least he's fighting something his own age. So if Dillian Whyte can get him out of there, there would be no excuses or bad talking to Dillian or about Dillian Whyte based on the age, because he's known to fight a bunch of senior citizens. So at least they won't have that to say about Dillian Whyte when he mixes it up with Otto Wallin. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Dillian Whyte versus Otto Wallin, October 30th, the day before Halloween. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.